What's up everybody, it's CJ and I'm back with another Pleasantville renovation video, and today we're going to be furnishing 150 Main Street. This is also known as Don Lothario's home, and y'all, we only have 2 more houses to go that are in this style. There's like the one right beside it and there's one that I skipped, and then we'll be done furnishing this style of house. I don't dislike this house, but like I don't like the way it looks. Like it's just too many weird angles, too many weird bump outs, you know. I'm not a fan of it. I know it's iconic, I know it's nostalgic, I just don't like it. So we only have 2 more to go, then we can move on to a different style of home. I will say though that I do like Don Lothario's house more than I like the Caliente house, because his house just seems more him. It just looks like he would live here in a way, you know. Like it's still not that great, but I can tell Don lives here. Nina and Dina's house, not so much. It just looks like they live in a random house. I did read a comment, I can't remember the whole thing and I can't remember who said it, but I did read a comment basically that was saying that you think that like Nina and Dina lives in their dad's house or something like that, or they just live there temporarily until they move out, which kind of makes sense. I feel like EA could have still at least made their house better, you know what I'm saying? Like give it a little bit of personality or something, but either way, Don's house is a little bit better than their house. So the first thing I did, you might have saw it, I did separate the kitchen from the living room because it just needed some separation. I didn't like his workout equipment being like right there by the kitchen. Like that's just not good. So I gave him 2 separate rooms. I'm also going to use this sectional right here in the place of his old couch. So this sectional is from Late Night and I love it. Y'all know I use this a lot, and I wanted this house to kind of be like a swanky bachelor pad, you know, and it's also like a Y2K or early 2000s kind of like bachelor pad. So there's a lot of weird colors and textures and patterns in here. We have the tiger print, for example. I use the tiger print very often in this house. You'll see it upstairs, you'll see it downstairs. It's kind of a problem. I also use some cheetah print as well. We have like a snake print or alligator print over here on the rug. There's a lot of different textures in here, you know. I also use quite a bit of objects from Showtime. So I'm using this weird looking lamp from Showtime. I also use a dresser from Showtime as well. The plant that I just moved is also from Showtime. So like Showtime has been coming in clutch lately. I feel like Showtime just has like a lot of weird looking objects. Also, you know, this is Don Lothario, so I had to give him like some posters of some hot babes, you know. I also gave him like a little chair over there in the corner. There's just a lot of stuff that to me screams Don Lothario in this house, you know. Like that really weird looking mirror, I never use it. It's from Late Night and I've barely ever used it, but I was like, you know what, Don would have this in his house, definitely. I also gave him a bookshelf, and I'm using the one from the high-end loft stuff because, you know, he would definitely have something like this too. I feel like the weirder the object is or the more like modern it looks, the better it is for Don, in my opinion. Like I don't know if y'all know, but like recently there was a Casanova cave kit that came out for The Sims 4, and that's basically like a, you know, like a bachelor pad kit, but it was Don Lothario inspired. And some of the objects are nice, but I kind of feel like low-key they could have just like put some stuff like this. Like literally, I know my video came out way after the fact, but like literally just look at like early 2000s houses, or even look at like Sims 1 stuff, and I feel like that would have been a better fit for like a Don Lothario kit, because like I don't know, the one for the kit just looks so, I can kind of see what they were going with, but it just kind of seems like a kit for somebody else and they just put Don attached to it, you know. But now we move on to the home gym, and for the home gym I wanted this to kind of be like Don's domain, you know, like this is where he's at getting swole, you know, he's just in here listening to music. I let him keep his original weight machine and the original stereo in here as well. I did put blinds in here, and later I did go put some curtains up on the wall just to give him a little bit of privacy, you know, like maybe he don't want people watching him while he working out, which is kind of crazy because like he has a whole telescope that's pointed towards Nina and Dina's house. So like, I don't know, maybe he doesn't need privacy, I don't know. I also put a pull-up bar in here as well. I put a lot of different like workout clutter in here, so a lot of stuff from Town Life stuff. So we have like the gym bag with the shoes, there's some towels. The towels, I did say, y'all, I put tiger print on those towels because, you know, why not? He would definitely have like a whole tiger print set. And then I also gave him like a little ottoman to put down on the floor as well. I even gave him like a nice little neon light. It's a wolf howling at the moon, and I feel like that's something that Don would have, you know, just something kind of cheesy in a way. So I gave him something like that in here. I really love the way this little workout room turned out. So now we kind of move on to the kitchen. So for the kitchen, I had to get rid of everything, y'all. The only thing that I kept in here was the little like fence divider. I kept the fridge and I also kept the trash can, but everything else just had to go. I swapped out the original countertops with the ones from Late Night because I feel like those are kind of like modern. They kind of give off like a bachelor pad vibe in my opinion, so I put those in here as well. I did recolor them. I put some hardwood floor in the kitchen. I wanted that tile to be more so for like the kitchen area, you know, and not really the dining area. I would have loved to put a table in here. However, I decided to use the island counters instead because I feel like Don's probably not having that much company. And if he's having company, they're probably like his friends and like, you can just eat on the couch. You know what I'm saying? Like, eat in the kitchen if you must, but like, you can just eat on the couch, you know? I didn't really have like a kitchen table in here, but if you would like to have one, you can always get rid of the island countertops and then just swap them out for a table. I did give him the bar stools from the Fast Lane stuff pack because, I don't know, they kind of look like a nice modern one. I could see him having something like that in his house. If you notice, there's like a really weird wall by where the fridge is. So I decided to kind of just like draw a wall behind it just to kind of bring the fridge up because I didn't really like the fridge being that far behind the countertops and stuff. So I did just draw a wall just so everything could be kind of even. The stove that I'm using is also from Late Night as well. And then of course I wanted to give him like a lot of appliances. So he has a food processor. He also has a coffee machine and a microwave. I feel like if anything, he's probably using the microwave the most. Like I don't really know if Don is much of a chef, you know, but that's basically the kitchen. I did go back and I added like a sconce on the wall. After I finished recording, I wanted to have like a picture or something behind him. So I also put a little painting behind him as well. I also did the same thing for the wall where the bathroom is. I put like a little poster up as well because when I went to go take screenshots, I noticed that, you know, the wall was kind of empty. So I decided to put something there, you know. But I will say, yo, I love the kitchen. Like, this house just turned out so good in my opinion. Like, yes, it's tacky. Yes, it's kind of gaudy. But it looks so good. Like, I think I like this one more than I like Nina and Dina's house, you know. Like, I literally love this house. Y'all will have to let me know in the comment section down below how you like it. I'm actually super happy, too, that a lot of y'all in the comments of the last video liked it, because like I was just sure that someone's gonna be like, yeah, CJ, this kind of ugly, like this is not really giving, but a lot of y'all really liked it, so I'm glad you liked it, because I know it was different, but you know, maybe it was a good different, you know. But I kind of talked over the bathroom, but as you can see for the bathroom, I kept the shower, I got rid of the toilet and the sink and the mirror for some new ones. I'm using the sink from the high-end loft stuff, and I believe the toilet is also from high-end loft stuff as well. The mirror is from the diesel stuff pack, I want to say. And then now we move on to the upstairs sections. If I had to pick a room to not really like as much, it might have been his bedroom. Like, I still like it overall, but like, I don't know how I feel about having a cheetah print and tiger print on your wall. Like, I was so inspired also, y'all, by The Sims 1 when I was like doing this house, because this is just something you would see in The Sims 1. So I swapped out his bed for the one from the base game. This one is like a more modern looking one. I gave him the matching nightstands to go with it. I kept the original dresser in here, but I just recolored it. And then I wanted to kind of give him his computer desk back. So we're using the desk from Seasons, the chairs from Pets, and I was trying to like find a bookshelf to put in here, but I didn't want one that was too big. So I'm using the one from the 70s, 80s, and 90s stuff pack, I believe. Or it's either from Fast Lane stuff, I can't remember, but it's one of those. And then I was kind of going a little bit overboard, y'all, with the pattern of the rug and the bed sheet. Like, I did change the bed sheet to be red and golden, because there was just too many browns in here, you know. It was giving like 70s vibes. So I was like, maybe let's just change the bed sheet a little bit. Again, this room, I think is ugly, but like in a Don Lothario way, like in an early 2000s kind of way, you know. I feel like this is very much Don Lothario. It kind of sucked though, because I wasn't able to put curtains on the windows by the stair. I think it's because the stairs were in the way. So if you notice that that window doesn't have any curtains or blinds, it's because I couldn't really put it, seeing as how it was close to the stairs and stuff. Now, Don's room is really interesting because he has two doors that both lead out to a rooftop balcony. So I got rid of one of them and I just kept the one that's kind of like hidden in the corner. I did go back, however, and kind of like fill in that empty space. So I gave him a mirror and I just kind of like moved some stuff over. I put a painting up as well. Now we move outside to the upstairs balcony. So for the first level, I guess, I kept the original bar, but I swapped out the bar stools. I'm using the same ones from the Fast Lane stuff pack, and then I wanted to kind of give him like a little sitting area outside, so I'm using the chairs from the Seasons pack, and then I also used one of the chairs, I believe it's from Outdoor Living. I have to go back and look because it might be store content, so I'm gonna have to go back and like look to make sure it's not store content, because I'm really not trying to use a lot of store content with this furnishing series, because like, I don't know, no one has ever said anything, but I kind of feel like not everyone has like all the stuff I have, and I feel like maybe if I limit myself to just stuff packs, expansion packs, maybe some store content, maybe like the builds will be more accessible, you know, but whatever you don't have, at least with this build, will probably just be replaced with something from the base game, or it just won't show up. So it's not the end of the world, but I try to like make these builds, at least some of them, you know, really accessible for y'all. I also gave him a grill out here, by the way, too. I could see him grilling out here, you know, if he has like a hot babe over, I could see him trying to impress her by like cooking for her outside. So I gave him a grill. I also gave him like a little table just for, you know, ease of access. Yeah, I believe, I gotta look at that chair, y'all. That chair is either store content or it's from outdoor living stuff. I'm gonna look. If you download this house and the chair is gone, it's probably because it was store content. But now we move on to the very top of his house. Now, I debated on keeping this telescope, y'all, because I was like, I don't know if that's the vibe. But I was like, you know what? If I'm still trying to go for like the vibe of Don Lothario, I'm just gonna keep the telescope. I did swap it out with the one from the Into the Future pack because it just looks more modern, you know. So I gave him that one. I also put a really big rug just to kind of fill in some space up here. And then I just used some more of those like chairs that I used on the first level of the balcony just to kind of fill in the space up here. And then I went back and I added these little like light things. They're like lantern lights from Seasons. I don't think I've ever really used those before, but they look so good at nighttime, so I had to keep them, you know. That's pretty much it though for the entire house. I did do some landscaping. So for the landscaping, I used I think too many palm trees, honestly. I think I might have used a little bit too many, but I also used some of those like red bushes, and I also used some yellow low-lying plants. So in all, it looks really good, you know. I don't know if Don would have this in his yard, but like I like the way it looks, so I kept it. But anyway, y'all, that is all that I have for this video. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to leave a like, comment something down below. I also used some of those palm plants right there from the World Adventures pack. I thought those looked kind of nice too. But anyway, y'all, that's all that I have for this one, and please stick around for the screenshots, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! Thanks for watching!